Today I'm going to present some of the new features of Smartbirdge that I've been working on. I finally got my holiday time to spend on this, and I've really done some in-depth, really cool stuff. So I'm going to produce a song, hopefully under 45 minutes, and showcase the different tools that this contains. Let's start with the basics. I'm going to use the rumba flamenco style from my Genos. Just a little taste. And I envision a very sad ballad that somebody's left me or something really sad. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I got inspired by these chords. They are very sad, very melancholic. But it picks up a little bit by the end of it. So we'll see how I'll treat that. But the first thing I want to do, I just want to complete a recording of the song, and that works like this. You have what called one-click sessions. So instead of recording each section, you can record them all at once. And normally I like that the variation B is the intro, because it's a little bit busy, and that will give me room to play the main instrument. Then we'll do my A, which is the quiet one, where it fits very well voices. Then we have the pre-chorus, which is a C, and it will end with a break. And then of course we do D and D. So let's record this. As you will hear, it automatically also adds the fill-ins in this last bar, for instance. Here we go. As you can hear, it's much more quieter. This is perfect if you want to have vocals here as a single vocal, and not. It will be. They fit quite nicely here. Here comes the second fill-in, and of course the pre-chorus. Pick it up, and the break. Oh, I really don't like that brass. It sounds a bit cheesy. I'll remove it. Alright, so we'll get it to the end now. The good thing about the recording, the whole thing, now it changed to drag, so all I have to do now is go into my template and just place it right there. So now I got the whole song. Where is that horrible brass? Oh, sorry, I still have some voice from the old stuff. Let me remove that, so we'll start from scratch. There we go. That was the brass, by the way. Horrible. Right. So we got the full song right here. And we have the sections already, so we can play around with it and have an idea of what we can do. So let's just for fun cut it up so it makes sense. And here comes the end, and the end will be its own thing. And I think the beginning... Oh, I caught it wrong. It starts with one bar beat. Yeah. There it is. So cut it like that. Again, I'm just cutting it for the sake of understanding where I am in the song. I'm just gonna check if that is the correct. Yeah, it finishes off there. Good. So we got the parts that we need. We got an intro of one bar. And now, here comes the cool thing. I've created something completely new, and it's called the solo melody. So in this case, I'm going to use the classic nylon neck to create a solo for my intro here. And this is not Suno. I just want to make sure that's not the case, but it's very close now, actually. So what you do in Smartbirdge is that you open up your intro chords, and you click on this little icon called solo phrases. And now you have a suggested amount of phrases. These are based on style. They are full phrases, and what it is, it's small clips of different phrases that are style derived. So when I say Latin, you will hear it's very Latin influence. When I say R&B hip hop, it's very much R&B hip hop, etc. So they are based around their style. Secondly, you can actually query them in different ways. So in this case, I'm using the classic A, B, A, B. So A will be the first motif, B will be the response, A repeats that motif, B gives it another twist. You could do A, B, A, etc. The other thing is that everything is in Smartbirdge is surrounded around the idea of a chord awareness. So you can either say safe, and then it will always pitch the correct notes to the chord, or you can have expressive if you have something very jazzy with passing notes. The other thing you can do is straight, groove, or either. And then the voicing, if a match is set up, force mono, force poly. So in this case, we'll test this. So we get our selection of solo phrases here, quite a nice selection. Let's listen to them. They don't sound bad, but they don't sound great. So what makes a solo great? What secret sort of sauce is there? And there's something called decorations, or ornaments as I call them. So you can either add those in by hand, or I created this piano roll. Let me show you what I mean. So I'm opening, double click, and here is that same melody. And if you look on this left side here, I have something that I call the ornaments. Now, ornaments are little gestures that you can add. For instance, a drill here. So these ornaments on themselves can be an addition to creating a boring passage much more fun. So let's take the motif here. So it's... First of all, I don't like the fact that it's just one note there. Let's extend that note a little bit. There we go. And because it's a guitar, let's add a cool bend to it. Let's do a bluesy curl. Here we go. And if you look at it did a little scoop on it. Let's do something here. Let's do and these are, by the way, guitar pitches and woodwind pitches. So work both ways. Bend and release, for example. So yeah, here we go. So right now, with this simple trick, I just made the whole thing a little bit more fun. Okay, the second part here, I find it a bit boring. So let's remove it. And then you have, because it's an empty space now, something I call suggestions. These suggestions are also musically. So in this case, I wanted to continue because this is a B section, and I'm going to start with a riff, and then I want to end with a bend. And then we get some suggestions on this. So let's try this first. I'm going to turn off the audition with a band. Again. Continuation, start with a riff and end with a bend. And let's listen to it now. Let's try that. And as you can see, when it's dropped down into my timeline, these are the normal original chords, and these are the ornaments. So in this case, and we can extend that So it goes all the way. And you can also, let's say that you want to do something with this bar. Then what you can do, you can actually just take one of these notes, and you have different modes here. You have adaptive, which intelligently knows that, okay, if I have a bend, I can make it fit. So you drop it into this, and now it added that bend to this note. So they are adaptive. Of course, you have Command Z to remove that. But then you have something called free, and free is pretty cool because now you can do whatever you want with this. So in this case, let's say that I completely don't like this at all, and I'll go into my riffs. All I have to do now is add this riff here, and it's been added. If I stretch it, it becomes time stretched. And if I find that it sounds too, I can add articulations. I do more legato. So and as you can see, it did legato all the way to the other note. What else can I do with this? I can, as I said before, add bends. So again, really cool stuff. You can work with this, you can manage this, but I'm just going to finish here. It was just to showcase the new solos. All you have to do then is drag it into Cubase as always, and let's listen to the result now. So those were the new solo phrases. Pretty cool stuff and extremely powerful to create something. Let's continue because I got some other stuff that I want to show you guys. Let's imagine now that I'm going to write a lyric for this. So the first thing I want to come up is some sort of a melody. This is bad practice because you're supposed to always drag the chords into the timeline in the Cubase. The reason for that is that it's the only way for Cubase to become chord aware, and that means that Smartbirdge works much better like that. So all I have to do now is create the events. Voila, here we go. Now we got the chords. So let's start off and see what. Oh, he didn't identify that chord. Yes, that wasn't difficult. Oh, I believe I found a bug in Cubase. There we go. G minus 7, C minus 7, D minus 7, and Z 7. So let's come up with a melody for this. Something as simple as that. And I played it wrong. Last note was a bit of a mistake. So there we go. So now I have my melody. And first of all, I want to translate this into the song parts of Smartbirdge. So let's open up, and I will just show you now how I can work with my own melodies. Using the DAW import. So all I do is drag it in here, and immediately, and this is new, I've worked a lot on the the actual lyricist. For the lyrics to become fluent when you use a melody, you have to give it a structure. So in this case, I'll cut this up. Here's one, here's another one, and the fourth one. So we have here the motif, a variation, the motif, and a variation. Now, here comes the cool stuff. Now you can clearly give these the lyrical direction. So the first one, it's an A. It's a statement. And this is something new. It's flowy or punchy, meaning punchy means syllable for each word. Flowy means if the words are too quickly, like in the next phrase there in the P2, then the singer usually does what's called a melisma, as a ah, and it's pretty cool. So here I pick punchy and new words. Next one is the B section. Let's call it B. That's the answer, and that's going to be flowy because it contains quick notes and some new words. Then we'll go back to statement with an A, punchy again, and now we can tell it to repeat P1 word. And then we finish off again flowy with a B section, that is the cadence, the finishing part. So this is just instructions to the lyrics machine. So I apply this metadata, and let's give it a try and see what the lyrics now come back with. Oh, I did a mistake. I actually had before a catchphrase here, gone. So it's going to try to squeeze in the word gone 4 times. I'll see how that works, and if it doesn't, I will remove it and let it give us the original lyrics. All right. As you can see, I told it to give me to... well, let's do that. Gone, I feel lost. Gone, I will try. Gone, I feel lost. Gone, I will try. So it did quite good. And by the way, all I have to do to make it sound, make the lyrics direction is here. I give it a title, I give it a description, a theme, and a mood. I have lost you, I have lost my love, heartbreak, melancholic. And that feeds into then the actual lyrics generator and generates the songs. So let's send this over to Synthesizer V. And from there, pick it up, give it a preset. I will just use pop simple. So now Saurus is singing these lyrics.
Gone I feel, gone I will try.
There is the melisma to try I'm talking about.
Gone I feel, gonna try.
That wasn't too bad. It was a little bit sort of melancholic in all that I expected from it. Great. Let's continue. Let's create a pre-chorus. It misses those chords. Interesting. This is nothing to do with Smartbirdge. It's more to do with Cubase not working properly. So let's listen to it. All right. So what should I invent here? I want this to be sung by Saros as one singer, but he will have Solaria helping him out, so it will be 2. Something like that. Let's improvise. That was a bit cheesy, but sorry, my microphone is a bit... I'm not used to this microphone. So it doesn't bother me. Let's go into... do the same thing. Import. And this time around, it's just 2 phrases. Or in fact, I don't need to give it anything. I want new words for everything. So... and remove that gone thing because we don't need that. And now we'll let the lyrics engine give me full words for the whole thing and see how that turns out. It did give me one, but it was a bit, so I need to tell it not flowing, punchy, so it adds more words to it. Now you see the difference. There we go. He added, and he also can add ad-libs like O, A, ah. So that makes it more genuine. Okay, let's use that. Here we go. So, what is he singing? Ooh, that was very touching. He really sings out here. Right, so we have Solaria here already, and I'm going to do is, first of all, I need to send the chords. That's why I was on my section. Import the new chords. Just one voice. It will be H1, which is Solaria, and she is going to be high. And I'll do high double. There we go. So let's listen to it in context. Not bad. Let's make it a little bit softer, so it's not that, and let him be a little bit gentle. The other thing I've got, and it's pretty cool, I've created and I've added my own presets on the FX here. So in this case, Kevin here, Saros, is using, and I've created some already presets that work quite nicely together. So in this case, I will do let's just try that. And what it does, it creates the room, the equalizer, a compression, and the reverb for it. On Solaria, I think I have her on, choirs. Let's leave it at that. But that's something else that I've added to the product, which is pretty cool. Okay, so let's listen to it now. Great, so now we'll into the chorus. Let's finish this off. I need to look at the chords to get my grips here. Alright, so it's a classic sort of... So I will do something that where I do classic motif and answer. So it will be like... one of those classic stuff. Ooh, that was horrible. Just for that, I'm gonna re-record it again. Sorry about that, guys. Should be a... There we go. So now, as you can hear, what I've done now is I've created the space for it. So it will be the choir singing every motif here, and the answering will be by Saros. So first of all, go back into the correct section, which is the chorus here. I open it up. Nav import, grab the whole thing and cut it in pieces. Da da da. That's the one. There is the decoration. Oh, double click. Da da da. Da da da. There we go. So, da-da-da, which is going to be the statement. First time around, I will let it just flow away. Second time around, it's the B section, the answer. I'll just let it to auto. Then comes P3, which means exactly A again, which is a statement, and repeat the words. Then comes the B again, another statement, new words. Then A again, repeat the words for one. B, new words. And it's already detected that the next one is going to be A, and it's going to be the same, but I'll just repeat the words, and then I finish off with a cadence. Again, this is nothing to do with the musicality of the notes, it's to give the lyrics ability to change the phrasing, and it becomes much more realistic. So let's give it a try. And of course, you can test different variations by adding different adjustments and try them out. But for the sake of this video and not to make it too lengthy, I will just pick whatever is coming up as the first one. And I've already shown you guys the catchphrase. If I put in a word there, then the lyrics LLM tries to create that or chuck in that word. I'm not going to use that now. Let's see what it comes up with when it comes to the catch melody. That'll be quite interesting. Oh, still need, eat a, we feed, feel lost, feel freed. So there is something there, and I could, if I wanted to do, let's just try that just for fun. Let's just free and squeeze it in at least 4 times. Let's for fun see what the LLM does with the word. It is just to give you a catchphrase to that normally pop music works like that. It's a catchphrase, and then you reiterate it in different kind of variations. See what it comes up with. Again, there is a lot of computation and intelligence going on in the background. It's just taking me painstaking test and error to get the lyrics engine up to this. Free, free, feel, free, free. Ah, he did it. Not bad. So send it over to the LLM. Put your cursor on the correct place. And from here, get the thing. Just do pop. Ah, sorry, I put it on Solaria. It should be Saros. Okay, so let's continue. Send the chords. Let's now do all of them. So we have Solaria, Kevin, Liam, and Liam. And import the new chords. It's going to be 4 voices. And humanization, I want it to be quite normal. Singer separation is that if you want to use the same voice, Solaria, for example, twice, if you add strong separation, then it doesn't cut between them. So it's a very good way to create a humongous choir without having to have this chorus effect when 2 samples clash with each other. So in this case, it's H1 to H4. And you have to tell them on what level. So H1, Solaris is just going to sing the high note. H2, which is Kevin, he's going to sing the mid. A3, which is Liam, the low. And Neo Isle, she's going to sing the mid. And then I'm going to stick with high double. Generate. There we go. Let's listen to it. It doesn't sound that bad, so let's do what I was supposed to do, which is remove the insides. Go. Make sure I cut it correctly. Here we go. There it is. Word. The word was up there. Yes. So, no, don't take that away. I think I cut too much there, but it doesn't matter. It's just for the sake of understanding where this is going. No, we don't need to be that pedantic. It's just to give you the right flavor so you get the picture. Here we go. So now they're all singing together in unison, and they're going to be softer, of course. I have to say, I really enjoy Synthesizer V. It's an easy product to work with. But I'm going to let him belt it out here. All right. Great. That, my friends, under half an hour were the new tools that you can choose when you are creating a song. So, just for fun, I'll play the whole thing through, and I will continue producing videos in the next coming days in depth on each of these, because there is so much stuff that I created that is so cool. Let's listen to the song now. That's the melisma.
Gonna try. I lost you, sorrow, got it. Free eye, though you're not here. Free eye, never fades. Feel lost.
And that, my friends, was the new version of Smartbirdge. Thank you.